All right, welcome back, fifth graders. Here we go. Module 4, Lesson 6 problem set. Today we're going to relate fractions as a division to a fraction of a set. Sounds kind of complicated, but once we see it, you'll see how easy it is. So let's get started. All right, for number 1, we want to find the value of each of the following. And so 1A, go ahead and put a big rectangle around this whole set. Okay, and this whole set has 9 triangles, and we actually have them split up into 3 groups. And so our set is 9 triangles, and what we need to do right now is find 1/3 of 9. So we're looking at, since we have 3 pieces, right here, here's 1 piece, 2 pieces, 3 pieces, this is 1/3. So how many triangles are in 1/3? It's going to be 3. How many triangles are in 2/3? We're looking right here, the 2 boxes. You're going to count 6. And then how many triangles are in 3/3 or in the whole entire set? And that's going to be 9. 1B, let's go ahead and put a whole box around the whole entire set of 15 triangles. And so right now we're going to be looking at just what 1/3 is. So we're looking at this one piece that's circled. How many triangles do we have? We have 5. And then if we wanted to look at the 2/3, that would be 2 out of the 3 pieces. So that would give us 10. And then as you're seeing the patterns, 3/3 would be 15. All right, 1C. Let's actually put a hole on top of the tape diagram right here. How many triangles do we have in this whole entire hole? Well, we have 20 triangles. And we can kind of see that they're actually broken up into 5 squares or 5 units. And this right here, this piece represents 1/5 of the whole entire set, which is 20. So how many triangles are in 1/5? There's 4. And now they want to know how many triangles are in 4/5. So we're going to look at a 4 out of the 5 boxes. So we're looking at these 4 out of the 5 boxes, and there's going to be 15. And then they want to know on the next one, how many fifths of 20 is 20? So how many fifths of 20 is the whole entire whole? Well, the whole thing is 20. So that fraction for one whole is also 5/5. All right, let's look at 1D. 1D, we're going to go ahead and say, okay, what is the whole? What is all of these triangles? How many triangles do we have here? Well, we have 24. And it looks like we have 8 pieces because they're broken up into 8s. And there's 7 lines to give us 8 pieces. How many are in just 1/8 of 24? Well, that would be 3 triangles. How many are in 3/8? Looking at the model, we're looking at this right here. That would be 3 in the first box, 3 in the second, 3 in the third. So 3 times 3, that would give us 9. And then we have 4/8. So we're looking at 4 out of the 8 boxes. We're going to add one more 3 triangles to 9, and that will give us 12. Looking at 6/8. I'm looking at these boxes right here, and that's in green right there. That's going to give, if you have 3 in just one box and you're looking at 6 boxes, so 3 times 6 would give us 18. And then we're looking at the 7, and it looks kind of messy up here with me doing the outlining, but we're looking at 7/8 of 24. So that's going to actually be 21. And let's add one more. Okay, what if we had 8/8 of 24? If we had the whole set of 24, how many triangles would we have? We would have 24. Because remember, 8/8 is considered one whole. All right, let's do number 2. Let's find what 4/7 of 14 are. And they want us to draw a set. So let's go ahead and draw the set. Set means that we're going to go ahead and draw a kind of a tape diagram. And we're going to need to break it up into sevenths, which means 6 lines. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Now, if we're trying to find 4/7, I'll go ahead and we're trying to find 4 out of the 7 boxes. So we're looking at those boxes right there. So I'm going to label that as 4/7. This is 4/7. Now, we're also trying to figure out that our whole is actually going to be 14. So we can label this number 14 up at top above our tape diagram. And so now we got to think of, remember back from the other lessons that we're doing, this 14 has to be evenly put into 7 boxes. We're dividing this 14 evenly into these 7 boxes. And so think of 14 divided by 7, that means there would be 2 in each box. If you added all these 2's up, all of these 7 2's, that'd be 14. Now we can actually figure out what 4/7 is by looking only at the 4 out of the 7 boxes. So I'm looking at these boxes right here. So I'm thinking, okay, each box has 2, and I need to multiply that by 4. And so that would mean that the answer is 8. 4/7 of 14 equals 8. So let's write our equation out. 4/7 of, not 18, of 14 equals 8. Number 3, they want us to show how does knowing 1/8 of 24 help you find what 3/8 of 24 is. They want us to draw a picture to explain our thinking. So let's go back to that tape diagram that we did in the previous problem. Let's go ahead and draw it. And I know this whole entire tape diagram is going to be 24. And I'm trying to figure out what 1/8 of 24 is. And so I'm going to take my tape diagram and I'm going to split it into 8 equal pieces, which means I need 7 lines. One, two, three, four, five, six, one more, 7. And now I'm going to go ahead and figure out what this 1/8 is. Remember that we're doing division kind of like we did in the other lessons. This 24 has to go into each of these boxes and divide them up evenly to have a number to go into each box. So the number that we get when we do 24, we're actually going to be doing 24 divided by 8. That means in each box we're going to have the number 3. Let's go ahead and put the number 3, 3, 3, 3. All of these 3's would actually total 24. So now we know what 1/8 is. 1/8 is 3. Now, how do we figure out what 3/8 of 24 is? Well, what we can do is, okay, if one box is 3, and we need to know what 3 boxes are, we technically need to know what those 3 boxes are. That would be 3/8. We could actually take the number 3 that's in each box and multiply it by the number of boxes that we need, which is 3, and we can go ahead and get our answer of 9. So 3/8 of 24 is 9. And we'll squeeze in a little explanation. We're going to say, once I found out that 1/8 of 24 is 3, I then multiplied, I'll squeeze it in, 3 by 3 to find out what 3/8 of 24 is, period. All right, don't forget if I'm going too fast, go ahead and pause yourself so you can stay with us. And number 4, our last one for this lesson, we're going to go ahead and figure out or they're telling us there's 32 students in a class. And out of the class, 3/8 of the students bring their own lunch. So they want to know how many students bring their own lunch. So here's our expression that we're trying to solve. We're trying to figure out what 3/8 of 32 is. So let's think of a tape diagram really quick. We're going to go ahead and draw a tape diagram, which represents the students in the class. So we know how many students, there's 32. And we know that 3/8 of them bring their lunch. So that means the other 5/8 must buy their lunch. But we're asked to only figure out how many students bring their lunch. So let's go ahead and do our tape diagram. Let's do 7 lines. So we have 8 equal pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And now what we need to do is figure out what these 3 boxes are. This is the 3/8 who, and we can write bring lunch. So to figure this out, once again, our pattern, this 32 has to be evenly split into 8 boxes. So when I say evenly split, I'm talking about division. And so I'm going to go ahead and say, okay, well, 32 divided by 8 is going to give me 4. The number 4 will go into each box. I have 8 4s, and if I add them all up, they should equal 32. So now we actually figured out 3/8 of 32 is, here's our 3/8. How many students bring their lunch? That is 12, because 4 times 3 is 12. And let's write our sentence out. We are going to write 12 students bring their lunch to school. All right, nice job, 5th graders. We are done with lesson 6, and I'll see you on the next lesson.